Well, thank you for taking this time to share with me about your culture. And this is going to help me greatly. Donna Graham, dance teacher at R.N. Harris Elementary, taking classes with the National Dance Education Organization through UNCG. And I need to have a specific assignment to complete, and that's where I'm counting on you to help me.
I appreciate it.
Thank you for answering these questions. So, is there anything you want to say before I start the questions?
Well, I welcome this opportunity to put the information out, and I'm excited about the questions that you're about to ask. I've reviewed them before, so let's go for it.
Wonderful. So, we'll start with the first one. And you might have to help me with the pronunciation. Describe Bhangra dance and its history. Did I say it correctly?
You're right on target. We call it Bhangra, and spell it the way you just saw it, Bhangra. Bhangra dance is very aerobic dance, very bouncy. There's no step in this dance that you don't bounce at. So it's a cardio workout. The history goes back to 2400 years ago when Alexander the Great brought his army over, conquering nation after nation all the way to India, to a place in Punjab. And we say that his soldiers were using these moves to keep fit. Apparently they didn't have any gym membership 2400 years ago. That was many years before the birth of Christ. And there are many military type moves. We leap up in the air, we extend out. There's a lot of high definition body movement and covering the area, and we're bouncing all the time. So, thank you.
That's exciting. What is Bhangra's culture and religious spiritual significance?
Well, it depends on what community looks at it. And as a Punjabi Sikh, Bhangra is a lot associated with the harvesting season for the Sikh community, which is mostly farming community. And April 13th is their Baisakhi day. Baisakhi was the day that the Sikhs were formulated into their current form. By their 10th prophet. So that's religion coming in the picture. And the harvest is happening. And they're dancing Bhangra. So it's a confluence of many different streams of thoughts coming together. The religion and the ecstasy is there, the excitement is there, and the crop is in the background, and these farm boys are leaping up in there. That would be the origin of this. And the beat of the drum is just very specific. The Bhangra is done to the beat of dhol. It's a drum.
Wow, I like that. I can't wait to see more of it. Tell me who performs the dance.
When I was growing up in the 70s, I did not hear girls performing it at that time. They had their own dance, Geda. Now they are leading the boys. Boys and girls in college age, they do this dance for competitions. And on the farm side, obviously, the farmer is excited about harvesting the crops, so they do that. Weddings, Bhangra dance is very much into vogue. It's the fashion. When you hear that drum beat, you know that it's time for that Punjabi Bhangra. And it's a dance that everybody feels invited to, even if they have never done it before, because they feel the excitement of, and they do their thing. They just jump into the dancers who know what they're doing, and everybody dances Bhangra.
Now, it sounds like I heard this dance is done for weddings, for harvest, and are there other reasons, occasions?
Well, college competitions, that's where the young people train for Bhangra, and then they compete against different universities. In the United States, Duke has a Bhangra team, and UNC has a Bhangra team, and there are events that happen. There's Aaj Ka Dhamaka, that means today's firework. That's the name of an event that takes place. There will be at least 10 different teams come in and perform, and there will be judges, and one team will be declared the winner over a 3-hour period. So
Sounds like fun.
it definitely is.
Well, tell me about the attire, the dress, or what the men and the women may wear.
Excellent. That's a good question. Why is that a good question? Because when the costume is on, you are halfway through feeling like you need to do something with this nice look. And if you're doing dance without the costume, and when you put the costume on, it energizes you. That's the finding that I have from researching the high school students. They always loved feeling all the way up there with the costume. With the guys, the costume would mean that you have a turban on your head, dancer's necklace, and before that you'll wear a long kameez, usually white, a short vest. The bottom where you would wear pants or shorts, you would be putting a tunic on. The tunic could be something that you have to tie in the moment, or it could be something with elastic and you just put it on. Bare feet is the best place to be with this traditional dance. Some of the training videos you see, they're very nice, and they have to look like they're portraying this dance to be a fitness routine, because they need to appeal to a larger audience. So those guys, they put their shoes on and teach what they teach. But really, when you get to the core of it, you get your shoes out, bare feet, you hit it. With the ladies, the attire is a little different. They don't put a tunic on, they put something that looks like a pants on. It's called salwar. And then kameez, somewhat similar to the guys, and it's a little short vest. And the turban is missing in the ladies when they're in the Bhangra team. The chunni, it's a veil that comes over on top of their head. They all fix it so that during dance it doesn't come undone. So when you see a particular dance in a college competition with boys and girls together, you'll definitely see them dressed somewhat little differently. And 2 people at a time will have a similar attire. So in a team of 8 people, there might be 4 different colors, 2 of them at the same time. So there's a pairing of partners in dressing people up. Hope that's plenty of information. Very bright color, silky clothing, shines very well.
Well, that's a whole lot more than I ever knew, so that was very helpful. So I appreciate that. Now, you mentioned the drum as one of the, I'm assuming that's one of the instruments. Are there other instruments used? And tell me more about the type of drum.
Very good. I can share information on the drum with you. Drum is beaten on one end with a heavier stick. On the other hand, it's a lighter stick. And it's a very awesome thing to have a live person doing it. He's called Toli, and it's hanging around his neck, and he's standing and doing it. Then also we can have somebody playing a double flute. He's running his fingers on both flutes, and that's playing. Those 2 instruments come to my mind right away as dominant Bhangra music instruments. Besides the song that's going on, that's called boliyan. Boliyan are little couplets, and they're sang in a very energized way. Punjabi language is mostly what they are in, and mostly men are singing historically. Of late, Miss Pooja, she's the female, she's the Beyonce of Bhangra. There's no close second, close third, so we do have a balance in our culture now with the very popular female singer, besides this line-up of hundreds of male singers. So we got it rocking.
Well, that sounds wonderful. Now, I've seen dancers with bells around their ankles. Is that typical of your culture?
In this dance, I have not seen the bells.
Okay.
Uh, I'm glad you asked that because it's making me think. So really, I haven't seen bells in this dance.
Well, I do understand every region is different, and I think I heard there might be 8 or more different dances from India.
Well, when I share information with people, I have slides of 12 dances,
Wow.
and but no, nobody reaches out into their space like Bhangra people do.
Well, I sure do appreciate your time, and you've been most helpful. Is there anything you'd like to share with your personal experience or anything else related to the dance?
Well, I would say it's very much of a personal fitness dance. You can obtain cardio workout very quickly, under a minute or two, based on what you choose to do in that minute or two. And you work the opposites of your body. It's very good for the brain. That's what comes to my mind right now. And thank you for this opportunity.
Oh, this has been more than helpful. So I thank you for taking the time to share.
Appreciate it. Thank you, Doc.